Hi guys, Athena's here, and today I thought I would show you a skincare routine with everything that I make, and some of it I have done videos on for you to make too at home. And I know that we have some supply chain issues. Shipping is also really expensive. And so sometimes if you can create some stuff at home, you can have like a beautiful routine all made by yourself. Some of these recipes also are in my workbook, the medicine chest. I'll leave a link below that you guys can check that out because there's some recipes in there to make some of these things. If not, check out some of my videos. It kind of goes through it for you to make different salves, to make different cleansers, and I even make my own cleansing soaps, my own witch hazel. It's all on my YouTube channel. So go back to past videos if you're interested in making this stuff on your own. So today I'm gonna do a whole routine. This is for summer. I live in the desert, so I may use more oils and things that you may not. And I have acneic skin. Do have a history of acne, adult acne, and I still use oil because oil dissolves oil. So you'll see as we get on with this routine. The first thing we're gonna do is cleanse. And I do make a cleanser with dried papaya and dried pineapple. You can turn those into a powder and add them to a cleansing lotion. And so I'm just gonna come in here. This is a nice gentle cleanser too. And it does get rid of all the oils and makeup. And normally I would cleanse twice. I wanna spare you that on camera. You don't need to see this twice. But spend a little time getting in there with your fingertips, especially around the nose, this chin, this little divot in the chin. Give it a good cleanse. And then we're gonna rinse it off. And normally I would spend more time rinsing it off too. But like I said, I'll spare you that. So we'll just, with the wet cloth, take this off. Ooh, yeah, all this makeup is coming off. This is a gentle cleanser. You can make this on your own with dried fruit and fruit enzymes. If you can't use acids, a lot of glycolic acid or the beta hydroxysalicylic acids, fruit enzyme could be your best bet to go ahead and clean the follicles, reduce acne, and also fine lines. Okay, so let's say I did that twice, and I recommend twice. The first cleanse will get makeup, dirt, oil, pollution off. The second cleanse actually cleans down in the pores. So particularly if you wear full makeup every day, you want to cleanse twice. So the next thing I'm going to do, I make my own witch hazel and I put it in a sprayer, is I'm going to prepare the skin for more treatments, for serums and other treatments that we're going to do. So I'm going to spray with witch hazel. This tones the skin and prepares it for the next step. And I have a video on that as well. Next thing we're gonna do is our Seaweed Serum. Also a video on this. And so I used, when I did this video, I did seaweed powder, and go ahead and pat this in. And I did a massage gel, just a clear, unscented massage gel, but you can also just do this with vegetable glycerin. And with serums, you want to pat it in. Now, the reason I like the seaweed, as I said, I live in the desert, and marine vitamin C sometimes is more gentle than the strong vitamin C powders and things that they put ascorbic acid in other products. So if you have trouble with vitamin C, you might look into doing a seaweed or an algae, mix it with your vegetable glycerin and make a serum. Some of those very green serums that you might be ordering, that's really all it is. I know, I looked at the ingredients. So I'm going to pat this in. So I've got vitamin C, just not the ascorbic acid type, but the marine type. It's a lot more gentle and it works just as well. And for years I've used it on clients. The next thing we're gonna get to is I made a Chaparral Salve. Now in the Southwest, Chaparral, you might know it as greasewood or creosote bush. It grows in the Southwest everywhere, all over California, even parts of Oregon in the east where it's deserty, all the way to New Mexico, into Texas, down into Mexico, California. So it's really a kind of a Western herb. But this is great for dark spots, growths, moles, skin tags, warts. It's really good for solar damage. It's anti-tumor. And so if you were getting some sun growths that could kind of become serious, try this out. This is something that could be used internally too, but for today we're going to use it externally. And all I did was I infused oil with chaparral leaf. And you could look, I have videos on infusing oils for beauty, for first aid, for different things. So just follow along with that. And I'm going to spot treat. See, I have some dark spots here. I have some past scarring. And I have little moles that want to grow. Some of this is sun damage. Some of it's just skin type. Being Mediterranean. They call them beauty marks, but sometimes we don't feel so beautiful with all those. I have a little mole here. If I remember to put this on daily, that would be gone. And that is the trick. Use it daily, and these will they dry up and they just roll off. So think about chaparral, could be called creosote or greasewood in your area. And they do have it in other areas of the United States and around the world. Could be under one of those names. So I really like this as a spot. You can buy really expensive spot treatments, or you can just make one yourself. So that's the next step. So we did cleansing, vitamin C, also a little bit of hydration that will accept everything else. We had sprayed also with our homemade witch hazel to prepare for these products. And now I'm going to use an oil. And I like Fix It. I make this oil. This is mostly jojoba and argan oil. Very skin specific, similar pH to our skin. Once again, I'm gonna press it. I even use it all over my neck. And I add a little bit of lavender and frankincense to mine. Frankincense is good for skin structure. Lavender is also good if you tend to run with acne. Don't be afraid to use oils. It dissolves oil, gets the oil out of the pore so then you can cleanse it out. This is the time that I might use one of these tools and kind of press it in. Also, this one's rose quartz. Feels so good too. Kind of press this oil in. I also have the gua sha tool in rose quartz. So you can actually start to, all this loose skin, if you're over 50 like me, you might have like a looser neck, looser jaw area. And you can just kind of quickly pick it up. These are nice and cool and they feel so good. You can use these little nodules in here. Kind of break up the fascia a little bit that creates those lines. And it kind of gives you a little bit of a facial. And yeah, you can do little facials at home. Just as good as the other facials. I did facials on people for years and I used a lot of my product that I make. Got rid of a lot of acne and a lot of inflammatory problems. Not going with some of these bigger lines that are very high corporate, high manufacturing. They kind of lose something in the process. So now this might look a little greasy to you, but this is going to soak in. My skin is going to drink this in. The next thing I'm going to do is I also make an eye cream, and you can too. And I use cucumber powder. So I dry out cucumber the same way I do with the other fruits. And I add that to my eye cream base that I'm using. So I'm going to dot that in there. Definitely on the neck. This one's nice and cooling. Takes down inflammation. Remember we got the little lines. And I'm gonna just take some time, you guys. Take a minute. Massage this in. One of the nice things about getting a professional facial is they have these strokes and they slowly and with ease move the lymph and circulation around. That's why you always come out of there looking really good and refreshed. You can just pat this in as well. Not bad considering I took off all my makeup. It's already looking pretty good. And the last step is, yes, I also make my own sunscreen. That recipe is also in my workbook. So this is a physical block. It is a large nanoparticle for those of you that kind of know your stuff. And so it does not absorb into my skin. What it does is it creates a physical block that's like a mirror. It just reflects the sun off of these areas. This feels really good. Always get neck and chest. If you guys are young, you guys seem to be smarter than we were. We were outside with the baby oil and tinfoil or whatever. I don't know what we were thinking, but we didn't realize how much it was going to ruin our skin with solar damage. And it's why I like the creosote, the Chaparral, to kind of reverse any kind of damage that way. It's a great cellular damage kind of, you can make a tincture, a tea, salve. So internally, it also gets rid of cellular damage. We have to be careful that we don't get shut down for saying things like that, because big corporate would like you to use all of their stuff and go broke doing it. So here we go. So now I have a SPF of 30. I make a 30. I have that recipe also in the workbook if you want to make your own sunscreen. And so this is going to soak in, and I'm basically ready to go. This is pretty good looking for someone who's got solar damage, scarring, in her mid-50s. Not so bad. And I made every single product myself. And you can do that too. So go back to some past videos. Also consider getting the workbook. Like I said, I'll leave the link below because there's some recipes in the back. And I do talk about Chaparral a bit in here and talk about in the index what Chaparral is good for. So let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like to see me demonstrate something else. I'd be happy to do it for you. In the meantime, this holiday weekend, I'm gonna be nice and protected to go out in my pool, nice and hydrated, and I'm reversing past damage while I'm doing it. And I made it all myself, and you can do that too. All right, I love you guys. Till next time, I will see you. Bye.